Hello everyone, here is Aya from Our Sisters, and I continue my previous video about COVID-19. I had inquiries regarding what is going to happen in more details, so I decided to create a video about covering all the major countries in our world and major economies to look what is going to happen with COVID-19 and what will be the solution, how it will resolve in each major country. So stay connected throughout my video. I will be trying to cover everyone. If you would like to have any further investigation towards your country, your nationality, just write in the comments and I will be creating further videos regarding this issue. So let's start to see what is the present situation as well as the challenge and outcome for China related to COVID-19. So regarding China, as we have might heard that China is recovering and all the things are coming back to in order. But looking at the cards, I wouldn't say so, because cards are saying with reverse 2 of Pentacles that they are feeling overwhelmed, lack of organization about the current situation. So I believe that there is certain comeback of the COVID-19, and at the moment they don't know what to do in order to limit or place more restrictions than it is already at the moment. And with this card, it can also signify that they are making poor choices because they are under certain pressure and might be getting themselves into much more mess or deeper certain problems than they were before. It can also indicate that they need to put contingency plans in place for as well for a rainy day, because the things are not going towards better situation. With in order to understand two Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn, which can donate certain health problems related to the gain weight, issues with the teeth, swollen joints, as well as it can be the seeker of run to easy catch the cold or flu. So most probably a majority of people right now in China are having maybe cold and flu as well, weight gain problems, which can be causing this unorganized situation, because those symptoms are related to COVID-19, which is creating even more chaos, more mess at the moment in China. And what is the challenge? The challenge for them is that there's a lot of sadness, pain, repressed emotions in majority of people. It can signify that they are receiving all the time the bad news. Yeah, here maybe the statistics are growing up. Maybe they see that people are in general are not recovering and having flu symptoms, and this is really not a good news for them, and they are not really in a best mood to get socializing or meeting new people. So basically I would suggest that I would understand that there is still a very strict quarantine. People are not meeting each other. They are keeping social distancing from each other. As with this card, it signifies that there are canceled social events, canceled celebrations, all the gatherings are postponed or canceled. As well, there is a lot of negative reaction from people living in China towards what is happening related to COVID-19. And this is as well another reason why there could be a lot of mess happening. So let's look as well with this card. It signifies depression. So people are really feeling low. Well, obviously having somehow you thought that COVID-19 is over and then it's coming back, and all the quarantine, loss of jobs, not being able to celebrate maybe Chinese New Year or other celebrations, it really drags down the moral of the society. And how does it show as outcome? The outcome, which is very interesting in the health context, is that they need to really start balancing all the activities in order to avoid mass psychosis, because there is certain unhealthy or harmful excess towards the health, what is happening with all those restrictions. And what comes with the reverse temperance, that this issue of the health is coming from foreign countries. So with reverse temperance, the health issues are coming from foreign countries. So this is very interesting information, because we have been told that all this virus is coming from China, but with the cards, it says that this could be coming actually from somewhere else. And let's look to the other cards. What will be the result? Maybe there will be certain hint from which country this virus could be coming from. As well, with the reverse temperance, it rules exotic places, so indicating infections from foreign lands or persons. It can be as well suggesting that it gives a fever, it gives some kind of not usual behavior, and as well how to understand what will be the outcome, that maybe the China will be experiencing even more harsh restrictions towards quarantine, towards distancing, towards eliminating any chance of COVID-19 spreading even further. So I would say for China, it's not an end, and the end will not be very close. So I would recommend to hold tight. And let's look to the further country, which is US. So what is the present situation in the US, and what kind of challenges they are facing, and what will be the outcome of the US related to COVID-19? So regarding US situation, here we have in the present moment Knight of Cups, and Knight of Cups is always about some good news. It would say in a health context that they are doing a lot of testing towards COVID-19. I believe they have received a lot of tests, and now they are testing a majority of population, at least what they are trying and what the cards are saying. And with this card, it says that there will be a testing time, and those tests will show a positive sign. So most probably there are predictions about how bad will be COVID-19, and how many people will be getting sick, or die from this disease. The test will show that the results are way much better than they are expected. And with this card, it brings as well a positive news that the US situation, US related to the COVID-19 will start to recover. What is very interesting that in my previous video, if you check about COVID-19, I mentioned that there was a Knight of Cups playing certain role, and here he comes. Maybe this is the sign that somehow this news, somehow this situation with COVID-19 is somehow related with the US, because there was as well Knight of Cups who was manipulating with certain information towards COVID-19, and I was suggesting that don't get into conclusions because these facts might be false. And here it is again. Maybe this is some kind of organization as a World Health Organization, because this is US, which is all the time giving certain information about what's going to happen. Maybe someone else or some other organization, but the positive news is that the US is really recovering. The challenge for them is that there is a lot of disharmony among different social status, disharmony between organizations, individuals, even friends and family. I believe all this disease, COVID-19, is bringing a lot of frustration in everyone, and they are not being able to agree on certain action plan. They are not able to agree what is the best solution for them, how to move forward. And there are a lot of disagreements between organizations, between certain maybe governments, bodies who are responsible solving this, between society, different levels of societies. And this brings, in terms of health situation, reverse two of cups brings disharmony, stress or tension, which is causing effect towards the health as well. So it can bring that a lot of people are having certain symptoms of headaches, migraines, high blood pressure or chronic fatigue, as well as those health issues could be causing triggering certain other health problems, and thus they are not getting a proper health institution help or attention towards them, and this is really a biggest struggle. What is coming as the result? Well, here the result is really good, because as well this comes together with the previous cards that they will be recovering very soon, because Nine of Pentacles is really good omen towards the health situation. It signifies that if there has been a certain illness or illness or injuries, throughout the very hard work that they are putting into in order to fight the COVID-19, they will find a solution and they will start to reap rewards related to that. Rewards in terms of recoveries and in terms of fighting COVID-19 symptoms and fighting all the consequences related to that. With this card, it's as well a pregnancy card, so most probably a lot of ladies are getting pregnant. Maybe there will be another boom of babies coming after 9 months. So as well, this is a very positive card. So let's look what is going to happen with the next country. Let's look in Russia. What is the present situation in Russia? as well what challenges they are facing, and what will be the outcome for Russia related to the COVID-19. Regarding Russia, so here we have a reversed King of Pentacles, and most probably this could indicate that there are very high level of authorities, or maybe a man figure here as a leading authority in order to fight this COVID-19 situation in Russia. He is taking a very significant role in ruling and deciding how to fight it in the best possible way. At the same time, how COVID-19 affects the current situation, it really is affecting the business, and a lot of businesses are collapsing, and there's a lot of instability in terms of all the material world, like business, career, work, finances. I believe there is a lot of loss of the jobs. Economic situation is not very strong at the moment, and as well with reversed King of Pentacles, it signifies corruption. Corruption in dealing in certain, maybe building the hospitals or choosing what kind of service to use in terms of the business. So not everyone is taking it with pure intention. There are certain as well cold-hearted and greedy persons behind it in order to take the advantage of the present situation of the COVID-19. What is going against them is they are experiencing certain kind of big changes. It's like literally the fate or fortune or luck is against them, and maybe they are facing certain more cases in areas where there are no hospitals, or there can be certain weather conditions that are taking people out from their house. It's hard to maintain the quarantine. It's literally certain like destiny or external forces that are coming against the Russia and placing certain unfavorable situations for them in order to fight it in very proper manner. What is the result? The result is that this King of Pentacles, he is resistant to admit that the Russia is in a bad shape based on COVID-19, and its resistance to accept or ask foreign countries for help. They like to manage everything by themselves, and what is very important for them, they want to show everyone that everything in Russia is great. They are fighting the illness, they are managing economic situation. At the same time, this is not true. So there could be a certain propaganda through social media, because this is the card which comes in outcome that they are struggling to keep the positive outlook of the country itself. As well with the Four of Cups, it is card which signifies moon in the sign of Cancer, and it can indicate the cancer. The cancer usually related to the health problems is something related to the stomach or digestive system, as well as problems related to the liver and health issues due to unresolved issues with the abuse. So most probably there will be a lot of people who will be abusing alcohol, staying at home, using alcoholic drinks, and thus spoiling their health situation as in general. And after that, after coming out of the quarantine, there will be in very bad situation in terms of the health, and they will be continuing treating the majority of population, not based on COVID-19, but more based on liver problems and stomach problems, which are related to abuse of alcohol or any other substances, or even abuse of too much medication, which can be used in terms of trying to prevent not getting the COVID-19. So let's look to the next country. I have chosen to look into Germany because it's a big economy in Europe. So let's look what is the current situation in Germany and what kind of challenges they are facing, as well as what it will be the outcome of Germany related to COVID-19. So regarding Germany looks like it has started to recover, because this is the new beginning, identifying the current situation, Ace of Cups. It shows that there is new beginning related to some emotional release, usually in terms of compassion, as well as recovering from certain negative worse situation, including which is illness. And in healthcare, it means that they might be improving the health situation. The cases are decreasing, and the statistics regarding COVID-19 are decreasing. As well, it identifies that they are at the moment increasing their energy levels and somehow seeing the new hope, new start in terms of the healthcare, in terms of all the sick people who have been tested positive of the COVID-19. At the same time, Germany has always have been very strong in terms of their presence. In politics and economy. And at the moment, the situation with the COVID-19 has affected them a lot in terms of they are now in a difficult situation because all this COVID-19 situation is having a huge effect on many areas, politics, economics, healthcare, other industries. So the Germany is literally like drained out and lost in faith that they can overcome all these challenges. Most probably they are missing certain maybe help or certain treatments. Maybe hospitals are too less in order to manage all the patients, all those who have suffered from COVID-19. So they might be considering that they need to ask for a help. They need to ask for a help maybe for other countries, maybe to invite more doctors, more professionals to help them to overcome all this health situation. As well, it says that Germany is So they have lost their confidence in overcoming those struggles by themselves, and somehow they are questioning if we can still do it, if we can overcome all those challenges related to the COVID-19. Will we be able to help all the patients? Will our health system be competent and resourceful enough in order to deal with all those situations and resolve necessary changes of circumstances that are coming into their way? So what do they need to do? They need to really look from creative point of view. They need to start looking what they can do in order to overcome, because it's not an end for them. There will be more. Maybe it won't be that much new cases, but there will be more deaths. There will be a lot of high statistics of percentage of the patients who will, regret to say, but die from COVID-19. And this is why they really need to start to act creative way in order to decrease the number of potential death situations. The outcome for them, they are not very far from recovering or ending all the health struggle, but at the same time, this outcome will bring a critical situations. It will be literally that health is improving, but they will be in a situation that at the last moment they're literally like surviving a serious situation related to the illness or disease. It can also represent a near-death experience, that a lot of patients will be very close to the death situation, and literally if they are being innovative, if they ask for external help, maybe of foreign affairs, foreign countries to help them, they will decrease those who will be dying and survive them from the near-death situation. So I hope that Germany will recover soon. They will, but I hope those consequences will not be that critical, that severe as this card is showing at the moment. So let's look what is going to happen with another country. Let's look what is happening with the Italy. So what is the present situation in Italy and what challenges Italy is having at the moment, and what will be the outcome related to COVID-19 for the Italy. So for the Italy, Italy is again showing their character, and they are literally going against the regulations. If the whole world is being on quarantine and they are strictly following very strict, let's say, distancing rules, quarantine rules, taking everything, every step very seriously, and placing a lot of limitations towards all the population. So they would really follow very strict guidelines, which is associated with the emperor. At the same time, Italy is doing everything in order to not um, follow those guidelines. They Italy is lacking discipline, lacking of control of what's going on in their healthcare. And this is like literally rebelling against the norms what are being placed all around the world. And this is why they are having so severe situation with COVID-19. So in order to get back them all the Italy back to the health, so if, as they haven't taken enough measures already in advance, with reversed imperial, it says that they will recover as soon as they put themselves on the discipline, as soon as they put a control towards all the healthcare, towards all the civilians, all the population in Italy, then they will be starting to recover. What is against them and what is the biggest challenge? The biggest challenge for them is that the things are not moving really fast. Maybe there are certain delays in certain supplies like face mask, all the health care products, which is basically bringing delays, setbacks, and disappointing news for them. And as well, if something was like, if they had previously experiencing that there is a help coming towards them, other countries are helping, maybe they are having recoveries and everything start to move and progress in a speedy manner, that at the moment there is certain slowdown or delay, cancellation, lack of I would say lack of energy, or they are drained out of the energy, and most probably certain movement, what I might think, certain movement of deliveries, let's say for hospitals. Is it human resource like doctors or nurses, or are the products or maybe medicine is being delayed and they don't have enough resources in order to recover all everyone who is suffering from COVID-19? As well as the challenge for Italy is that all those who have been tested positive, there is a very slow recovery from this illness. It takes a very long time, or as well, the health is suddenly taking a spike, and again they are having more positive tested patients. As the outcome for Italy, Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords, it says that there will be a certain new idea, maybe new plan, new success plan, how to overcome the current struggle with COVID-19. And it can indicate that this new plan will start to stimulate people and environment around. So it can be municipality, governments, rules and processes in general, authority, in order to make the correct decisions towards what is going to help to decrease the COVID-19 positive tested people. And definitely Italy will recover. They will find a motivation, they will find a new way which will help them to recover after a long time of illness. And this recovery is coming soon. So it won't be a long time to wait for the Italy. They just need to understand what is this new way of doing things. Maybe they will be the ones who receive a vaccine, or they will have another type of new beginning, new solution, which will really help them. As well here, they will, maybe this is the help coming from another country, or maybe this is some kind of new idea which is coming towards them, and they can be independent and finally can get all the success in terms of the recoveries. And this was the jumping card from tarot, which is saying, this is the hint that this is like a positive omen indicating a good health. It is a welcome sign for the Italy, as if they have been going through a very long time of the illness. So Italy stays strong, and there will be an outcome after a very hard work, when you will reach finally the solution how to tame this virus and recover in all spheres, economically, politically, as well as in a healthcare. So let's look for the next country. Let's look for another side of the continent, which is Australia. So what is the present situation in Australia, and what challenges Australia is facing, as well as what will be the outcome for Australia related to COVID-19. So for Australia, it looks like the Australia is doing the best, because at the moment they are really having a positive news in terms of recoveries, and it looks like that there haven't been so many positive cases, as well as death situation with the COVID-19. It is really representing that they are overcoming with good planning, with good ideas, as well implementing certain measures towards eliminating potential threat of the COVID-19. And everyone is feeling really healthy as a general public, and this is as well, most probably the lockdown is not there, because it signifies that they can go out, they can be in the nature, and basically all the Australians are feeling relieved compared to all other countries in the world related to COVID-19. But here is the challenge. This is very positive card, which is the Empress, but it might signify that in case they will not, if in case they will lose their attention, they will start to be very loose in their restrictions, as well as if they will not be very careful and take proper precautions, those cases could be going up again. So this is, in general, it's very positive card, because they are really recovering and doing very, very good. But if they still need to continue focusing on certain precautions and take a proper treatment of existing, as well as monitor how it's going, because here it says with the reverse 7 of Pentacles, that those the cases of COVID-19 could come up if they don't take those precautions, if they don't invest in certain adjustments of everyone's lifestyle at the moment, of the behavior, and then they won't start to aid those regions or cities where the aid is needed, where there are more positive tested patients, the situation in the country will go down. So I would suggest to really keep monitoring, evaluating the lifestyle and the tendencies of the health situation of all the people in Australia in order to maintain this current situation when everyone is recovering. So the prognosis looks very positive at the moment. So let's look in the next country. Let's look what is between China and Australia. There is Philippines, very high populated country. So what is the present situation in Philippines, as well as what challenges they are facing, and what will be the outcome for Philippines related to COVID-19? So regarding Philippines, at the present moment, I believe there is very tough situation because first it is the devil card, and devil always brings a lot of harm to the present moment. Violence, abuse, obsession, health issues, addiction, depression, everything which is drawing down the current situation in the Philippines. Maybe the environment as well is not very supporting towards treating all the COVID-19 situation. There can be that maybe political, environmental, or economical situation is really drawing down the everyone who lives in Philippines. It can be through and leadership, our authority which is leading the situation is using criticism, manipulation, or abuse of the power in any means. And thus creating a lot of depression cases, a lot of maybe social arrest in the public. As well, it is related to drug addiction, alcoholism, as well as overeating. And looking at the jumping card, which is reversed Queen of Pentacles, it usually represents a weight issue. So most probably everyone who is sitting at home, you are overeating or you are not exercising enough, and this is as well affecting you more in terms of your health situation in general. As well, I believe everyone is getting overwhelmed with the responsibilities, and you are forgetting about certain basic needs that you still need to move, you still need to think and care about everyone who is around you as a family members. Maybe there are certain responsibilities that are as well giving the pressure towards you. And here would be really recommendation: don't overindulge yourself with overeating or using too much alcohol, because it can bring another round of another way of health issues. The challenge for Philippines is that you really don't see a good beginning. You don't see the good news coming towards you. Maybe all the time, if there is recovery, there are more sick people coming into the picture, or something all the time is happening which is really giving more depressed feeling in the society. Society is really at the moment feeling down, and they don't feel that there will be a good end coming anytime soon. Who is suffering the most? Suffering the most could be the eldest part of the public, which is signified by the King of Cups. And King of Cups as well is about being really emotionally overwhelmed about the whole situation, what is happening in Philippines. And this can be being emotionally overwhelmed about something which is happening related to your lifestyle, related to the environment, which has really very strong negative effect towards the health and the well-being of everyone who is in the Philippines at this specific moment. So here is the advice: if you take needed responsibility towards your choices and make healthier options and choices, the health situation will be improving. But if you are indulging yourself with the abuse of overeating or alcohol or any other substances, the health situation is not going to go up. So in Philippines, I don't think, it doesn't look that the situation will really improve anytime soon. So stay strong, and let's look to the last country. I would look into what's happening in the country of United Kingdom. So what is the present situation in United Kingdom and what challenges they are facing, as well as what will be the outcome for UK related to COVID-19? So in my previous videos about coronavirus, I was as well doing and explaining where and how the solution will come. And here we have some repeating cards, which were as well in the previous video. And I was mentioning that the solution will come from a country or which is overseas, which is surrounded by water. And here we are looking at the UK, and we have jumping card, which is Six of Swords. And this is the same card which is repeating in my previous video, which signify potentially the UK will be the country which will come out with certain solution about how to fight COVID-19. Maybe they are coming out with the vaccine or any other solution which will help all the humanity in the world in order to overcome disease of COVID-19. As well as Six of Wands, here as an outcome, it shows that the UK is coming out and sharing their success towards COVID-19. So most probably they will be the ones who will bring very positive news, victory, success, winning over this disease. Maybe this can be in terms of the vaccine or any other way how they are battling the illness. And now they are sharing all this knowledge with the rest of the world. At the same time, now they are really in certain strict situations. They are looking at the statistics. They are analyzing what is happening. Most probably they have implemented a certain strict regulations. They are leading with authority towards everyone who is in UK. And as well, it says that the leadership which is taking control over this situation is thinking in a very logical, intelligent way. So this is actually a very good sign, because it says that there are no emotions or no other agenda as to fight the COVID-19 and as to implement a certain structure, certain plan how to heal those who are sick at the moment and how to bring a certain solution towards everyone. The challenge is that those solutions, those news, maybe this vaccine or remedies, how to heal from this current situation, it will come, but it won't come as fast as we expect. It says that the UK is experiencing certain big changes and they need to seize the moment. They need to be there at the specific time and jump into this situation and be ready to put all the efforts, be literally like being rebellious and very brave, open communication, ambitious to communicate what they are doing and how they are going to handle this critical situation. Everyone who is in UK, the majority will recover. They will be able to handle the COVID-19 crisis, but this will not happen that soon as they are expecting. They really need to be more controlling towards the population. They need to implement even more strict regulations in order everyone would come out with the lowest level of the losses, with the lowest level of the sick people, as well as death situations. So I hope that soon we will hear a positive news as per Tarot spread that the UK is going to bring the positive news, remedy or vaccine regarding the COVID-19, and it will help all the countries in the world. So if you are interested to know about other countries, what's going to happen, please write in the comments. Otherwise, subscribe, as I will be posting more videos about COVID-19 as well as other tarot spreads, which are very useful for you to know what's going to happen in the future.